Good morning. First cup of coffee. First sip of coffee. Good coffee. Recently I had to buy tires for my car. Wasn't really happy with the tires that came on the car. So we started researching tires, figure out which ones we wanted. We ended up with Michelin's. They're good tires. They grab better in the rain, which was my biggest gripe about the old tires. So we got the Michelin's, and they do a lot better in the rain. Then I wanted a new phone. Did I want to switch to Android? I'd been using Apple for a while. I like to do photography on the side, and Apple seemed to do a lot better. So I got the new Android. Excuse me. I still got a little bit of the cold in me. So after researching which phone was best for me, I got the Pro Max because I wanted as much camera as I could get, as much memory as I could get, and I wanted it to last as long as I could. So I figured if I got the most powerful one, that it would last longer than one that I would have to, I'd run out of memory constantly on. We're in the middle of redoing a room upstairs because of storm damage. Had some water get into it. And we're looking at getting some new flooring. And we're going with life proof. A few things have kind of led us to that determination. I've never bought flooring before. It's just not anything I've ever done. I have helped people put flooring in, so I'm a little bit experienced there. But I've never bought flooring before. So we looked into it, and I landed back on Life Proof, which is the flooring that I helped my brother put in. And the Life Proof it's a little finicky going in, but once it's in and you've got it locked right and you don't screw up the snap in place steps, it's waterproof. And we're going to go right from the bedroom through the bathroom and into the big closet. So we wanted something that was waterproof and cat friendly, and it is. And we're going away from carpet, which we researched that, and there's a good reason to go away from carpet. It's more what's the word, hypoallergenic, I guess. It's less. Actually, I have Life Proof sitting right here, and it's antimicrobial, another good thing, and the other ones are not. So after we did the research, that's where we ended up. So when it was time to get the COVID vaccine, we were told, don't worry about the research. You're not a scientist. Just take the vaccine. But that's not who my wife is. I made some mistakes during COVID, but through discussion and research, even though we aren't scientists, we did research what the scientists were telling us. And after some very long discussions, we decided no, this wasn't for us. And it turned out that the vaccine did not prevent the disease. There are claims that it lessened the disease, but it did not prevent the disease. I've had it 6 times. Had I taken the vaccine, I'd have had it 6 times. Each time that I had the virus was easier. Each time I had the disease was easier. The last time I didn't even know I had it. I was just around somebody that did, so I took the test and I had it. No symptoms, nothing. Don't tell me I'm not a scientist and that I don't need to do the research. Of course you need to research. Getting a colonoscopy, I did research on that. The word research is not specifically for scientists. We do research every day. There is scientific research, but nobody who made a decision that's not a scientist and did their own research as to whether or not they wanted the vaccine did scientific research. They just did their own research. They went and looked at what the experts were saying, just like tires, just like tile for the floor, just like anything else that you look into and try to figure it out. You do the best that you can. You find out the best information you can, and then you move on. That wasn't acceptable. It was not acceptable for the COVID vaccine. I know this is a touchy subject, but I was reading Bob's post today and about Bobby Kennedy, and they were talking about this guy's not even a doctor. Yeah, he's not even a doctor. The government doctors, it turns out, were wrong. That's part of being a scientist, though, being wrong. And if you start denying that, you're not a scientist anymore. There are people in this world that I respect just unbelievably. And one of those people got some bum information and was told that, and was presented data that proved that COVID did not come from a lab. So the CIA is saying, yeah, probably came from a lab. Now, the politicians are twisting that and saying, yes, but they're saying that it's the lowest level of certainty. Well, it's the lowest level confidence. Doesn't mean they're not confident. I have the lowest level confidence that I'm not going to trip when I go through the living room, but I've done it before and I could do it again. So I watch what I'm doing. That level that they put it at means they think it came from COVID. They think it came from a lab. They think that COVID came from a lab. It's just that they're not at the highest level of confidence in that. It was a very interesting read. And it really got me thinking. I try not to be divisive in everything that I do. But in this particular case, I think Bob is right. I think we do need more what did he call predators in our government. Predators about the right thing. Certainly don't need any more Epsteins, but we need people who are willing to go after the people who are doing the wrong thing. If you want to call those predators, I'm all in. I'm also all in on a good cup of coffee, and that's what this is. Oh yeah. Have a great day and a great cup of coffee.